Reverend Rob Lee. Bold, smart, and straight to the point. This is Tarot with an Attitude.
Good evening, everybody, and thank God it's Friday. Only some of you will remember that song, but others will. Okay, don't worry, guys. If you're young, it's an old disco thing. It's all right. Okay, but welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, the Reverend Rob Lee, our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, the Divine Mother, the All. Everything that we see as God as a higher power, whether it be ourself, our consciousness, the spirit, the universe, the all, we say thank you. Thank you for letting these people come and see me tonight. Thank you for allowing me to try to help them with different things. And just thank you so much for the friendships that are forming in this group and the tribe, and how much this has just meant to me and to other people. Make sure tonight that you still my mind, let your thoughts come through as I read the cards, and just let it all happen. So mote it be. All right. Special thing to get started with. I see Yachty already ready to go down here. Can't wait to get there. One of the things I want to let everybody know coming up, special broadcast tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock Eastern. All right. Bridget will be back with me. We will be doing readings together. Okay. And we are going to have some fun. She's with Eyes of the Dragonfly. I want y'all to check her out. But this is one of the things that I want to do. I want to start just doing some pop-ups with different people and some different things. So hello, everybody. But 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, after this show is over, you'll see it get posted in other places and things like that. But grab your coffee on a Saturday morning, come sit in and see what's going on. And let's just share and have a good time. Because Bridget and I already talked. We're just going to chill. We're going to read cards for people and things like that. So make sure you're there. Also, make sure August 3rd is when I will be back live in person at the Off CABOT in Beverly, Massachusetts. Not the June 29th. That's tomorrow. We had to move that. Had some unforeseen circumstances. But we're there. It's going to be fun. Things are going to happen. Special guests will be there too. And if you're lucky, from what I understand, even Miss Bridget might be there and Mr. Bruce. So if you're in the area, come see us, see what's happening. But let's get this party started. Good evening, Miss Yachty. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am awesome. I am awesome. What is up with you? I saw your first comment when I first logged in. I'm going to put that up. I just want to let you know you are 100. Once again, I just finished a great interview. Thank you and the tribe for all your encouragement and support. That is awesome.
Yes.
So what happened? Tell us about
it. It was just random. I received, I've been applying. So I
Yep.
don't remember who I applied to sometimes. And I received a random text. It's like, hey, we're from this company. Can we interview today, that same day, or tomorrow? I was like, well, I have availability tomorrow. So it went really well, but I really want to let you know that I really have been listening to what you're saying. And I think that from the last reading is that when you guys kept on saying, be very clear with what you want, but also, be flexible.
Right.
Because I've been very specific about, yes, I want to work for this population. I want to do this. So this job is definitely the skill set is transferable, honestly. But it's still very different. So when I was having the interview and they reviewed my credentials and everything like that, it was 90% exactly what they wanted for the position.
Right.
And I was like, oh, wow. Like, because I never thought about it. Like it's actually something that you did. They got, so now with the new government contracts coming out, especially Medicaid, it's basically a company could get a new contract, probably like 4 to 5 years, and they needed somebody for a senior director of operations for a call center.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I was like, this is so strange, because I know that you kept, you would talk about that, in passing about your career, because you're, clinician first. I know that, but I was like, wow, this is really interesting, because, I was like, I never thought about it. So I'm still, obviously I'm very knowledgeable in Medicare, Medicaid, in
Sure.
terms of dual enrollment, that's what I do, insurance and for patients, health, healthcare. So it went really well, and he was like, it was a great interview. He was like, it'll only be one more interview, so thank God it's not going to be like multiple. But I will say that I felt very comfortable, because I drive, centers. This is what I do, like, driving teams and scheduling optimization, and from the clinical side to the operational side, so all the parts
Right.
being, it's streamlining the processes. So I was like, oh my God, like, God, you have honestly maybe been preparing me for this job, because this is very similar to what I was doing before. And I kind of like poop what I was doing before. Like, I was like, because it was just a part of the process, right?
Right.
But that's how it decreased med costs, by driving the team, answering the phones, making sure, basically the 80/20 rule, I'm talking about. Let me explain it to you.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
I decrease my med costs by answering the phone, getting, stabilizing the patients, decreasing inpatient visits, by being accessible to our patients. So I was like, oh my God. So it's very similar, a different side of it. But then I was like, oh, okay. So they were very nice, a lot of potential for growth, which I wanted, in terms of development, in terms of my career. And it just felt very, different. It didn't feel forced. I was just myself, and it worked.
That's that's what you got to be. Know your value, know that. Call centers can be great places to work. They absolutely can. Um, or whatnot. So if you ever need some advice or
Oh,
whatnot, ran them, built them, went around the world doing it, was very successful at it. And one of the things was just they called me I was either called the Terminator for letting people go, because once I had everything documented that it
mhm,
was not their knowledge, but something that they were willfully doing, you
right.
know,
No,
hey,
definitely.
that's on you. But that was the fun part, was making sure that they had the knowledge to do their job and the
Right.
tools and
Thank
everything else. And saving people was
you.
absolutely the biggest part. And then teaching people to be nice.
Yeah.
That was fun. So you'll have a great time.
No, and I was explaining to him, and I guess because I've always worked with the most vulnerable populations, from addiction and recovery to the geriatric population, you have to have a different level of, patience and humility. I was like, when you're talking to them, they can't hear, they're in pain. You have to
Right.
be. And so, even with my team, I would jump in and do their job sometimes, just to show them like how to be responsive and not reactive, because it
Right.
can be frustrating when you're, 700 to 1,000 calls a day, when you have a 4,000 census, it's a
Right.
lot, very intense. And I get it. So it's really interesting how I basically been doing that, but it was just, more clinical.
Yeah.
Driving a team, and it's like I was like, wow, is this what God's plan was all this time? Because it makes sense, but then I'm like, how did this happen? It just came out of the blue. Like, what is
And
this?
it's being prepared and being open, like we were talking about. And I think the
Oh,
last time we read, it was
yeah,
Becky was with
yeah,
me, Rebecca, and she got that be you, be open for something new. And once we open ourselves up, that happens. So what I did was, while you were talking, I went ahead and pulled some cards. Okay.
oh,
And lo and behold, the first card that comes up, all right, is the 21, the world card. Enlightenment. You're finding new things are going to open up for you. You're going to find new challenges, new
mhm,
ways of dealing with this in this work. And what I believe you're going to find is a new way for you to feel fulfilled and accomplished, and put those massive skills of yours to work. We got that followed by the 10 of coins.
oh, wow.
Means one phase is coming out, is ending, and a whole new phase is coming over. I really feel good about you with this job and seeing what's happening at this phase of the stage or whatnot, because now we have coins again, the Knight of Coins. And what this is saying is, now you're going to be able to focus. Spirit
Mhm,
has helped you, other things have helped you, your past has helped you,
Right.
And now you're going to do a career shift, but
Yeah.
you're going to be able to use those talents that you have. And this is going to be something I think that's going to be tremendous for you and
Wow.
help you be able to move on and be like, oh, okay, you know, it is. So when I look at this, look at there, 6 of Swords, mentally setting your eyes on a new target and moving away from the old and moving on towards it. So getting that mental shift about going into something new, it's okay. See the castle in the background and everything? Leaving one shore, heading to another. It's absolutely beautiful. We've got the 5 of coins. When you don't understand something, don't be afraid to ask for help. Okay.
Right.
Because there are some nuances to call center that can be really, really trippy. Okay. But you know how to do that. And don't be afraid to ask for help. And the help will be freely given, because what I'm really picking up is somebody there really wants you to succeed. You're going to have a decision to make. Okay.
Oh.
They might come with another offer or with another position or whatnot. What this is saying in the two of Swords here is mentally, don't be afraid. It's going to go back to what Rebecca and I said. Don't be afraid to try something new. Okay.
Right.
Don't let fear keep you from making a decision. If you feel like this is good, jump in. You said yes, you can always say no and back out and do something else, and that's what I'm getting here. So does all that make any sense for you?
No, it does, because I know they're it's for the senior director of operations, but there's also training position open. There's also project manager, which I could fit in a lot of different things based on my experience. So I'm excited. I'm nervous because I know I don't know if their contract, that's one thing we talked about. They don't know if the contract is official yet, because you probably know that as of July 1st, Medicaid changes will be implemented.
Yep.
So I know that they're going to have to wait to see, what that looks like. So, I'm excited. I'm nervous. So you do see me getting the final interview?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. And here's what I want you to see. Even if they don't get the contract, and what I'm picking up, they're already an established call center, correct?
Yeah, very, very much so.
All right. They're already impressed with you. All right. And that may be where the decision comes in, is it might not be exactly what y'all talked about. Okay. But somebody there wants you. Okay. And I think you're going to be able to hang on to that and make something work. Okay.
All right. Well, sounds great.
Good. Congratulations. Let's do this. Heavenly Father, Mother, Spirit, guides. We always talk about gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is. This woman is happy. This woman is seeing some light at the end of the tunnel. She's seeing the shift and the possibilities that are before her. Right now, it doesn't matter what happened. We're thankful that she got this interview, thankful that it went this way, and we're asking Michael to step in and make sure that we follow through and everything works out. So motivate. All right?
Yes. Okay.
All right, sweetie. Thank you very much.
No, thank you. I'm going to stay and listen to and support everybody else, but thank you so much.
You're welcome. So glad you're a part. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You still didn't put up the pay stuff, so we could
No, not yet. We've had a lot going on. My wife's got part of it done, and it's on me. I didn't do the other part. So
men.
Yes. That's it. The procrastination king, So but yeah, that's it. But thank you for reminding me. I'll try to make sure it's up tomorrow or before Monday, So
I know you have your heart, and but you deserve that too.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
Thank you. All right, sweetie. We'll talk to you later. You keep us posted.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know that.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. Isn't that awesome? We get to share in somebody's happiness, somebody's joy, their excitement. Remember when that was there, for us and different things or whatnot. So that's great. Yadi, we're very happy for you. Bangarang. That's good. What you put out, you get back. That's what we're going. Sierra and Dell. Let me take a drink. Do a little shift in my head. And if y'all haven't, you can get this on, this is just water, one of those things. Sonic, one of the things I missed from down south. Sonic has a diet cherry limeade, and they made it into powder that you put in a water bottle. It's awesome. Check it out. I got to start trying to get into affiliate things because I tell everybody about my shirts and everything else, but whatnot. But Sierra and Dell, I'm in need of prayer. My anxiety has worsened this past week. So we're going to do that for you right now. I would like everybody just to take a moment. It's not communication. This is something I picked up with the pollen and everything here. All right. One of the things I want us to do right now is just allow the whole tribe to sit back and feel the energy flow. Pull the energy up from below the earth, from that far up. Feel it come through into your root chakra and come up into your heart. Feel it start to move through your body. Now pull the energy from above. As above, so below. And Sierra and Dell needs our support. So what I'd like for everybody to do is allow this energy to move through you, through your heart, and then out through your hands. And just picture Sierra and Dell. Picture her little icon, say her name or whatnot. But we need to send her comfort, healing, and most of all, clarity and understanding. Our most precious and heavenly Father, the divine mother, Raphael, go to Sierra and Dell now. Have Sierra and Dell feel comfort, feel relief. The other thing I would like, send angels that help her, whatever this fear is, whatever this anxiousness is about, let her see, remove what's there so she can see what there is so it can be taken care of. This is one of our tribe. This is somebody that trusts you, that trusts us. And we are all right now sending you energy. Sierra and Dell, I can feel the energy coming towards you. I'm pushing it towards you. Let it wrap around you. You might feel it kind of like goosebumps or a little bit of electric flowing through you. But other people in the tribe are doing the same thing right now. This healing of anxiety, of what's going on. And anxiety is based in fear. What is it? If you need to talk to me, let me know. In all these things, I command it. So mote it be. Make this happen. So you know you can always come here. Be here tomorrow morning. We'll pray for you again. Be here Monday night. We'll pray for you again. All right? Doesn't matter, but we've got to find out what's going on. If you would like to talk to me, just reach out to me at tarotwithanattitude@gmail. All right? And let me talk to you. I'm not talking about purchasing anything or anything like that, but let's talk a little bit and let's see what we can do about maybe finding you some help, or let's getting to the root of what's going on. Okay. So with all that, I am going to ask Spirit right now, what can Sierra and Dell do to deal with this anxiety issue? I'm asking Spirit to flow, keep that energy flowing, to understand. Spirit, drop into me, drop through me, have this message come through. There are things that Sierra and Dell you are worried about that are beyond your control. And we've got to figure out how to let some of that go, or where it doesn't affect you. Anxiety is fear about tomorrow, something that's happening or something that's going on. So Spirit, here we go. We're going to start right here. Our first card, the Page of Wands. This is about being lost. I'm really getting that feeling of like being lost in the woods. You've lost your spiritual connection to yourself. You know it's there. You know what's there, but you've gotten so into worry and made worry such a thing, you've become lost in the woods. You're trying to find your way back. And that's what you have to do. Remember, when we get into a panic, the biggest thing we forget to do is look up. Look to the stars. Look for guidance. We keep looking at the forest, and all we see is trees and blockages and hazards and obstacles. When a lot of times, if we just look up, even in the darkest night, a lot of times, if you will stop and look up, pause, allow your eyes to adjust, you will start to see things more clearly. One of the things I taught people was how to find somebody at night. And here's the other thing that's really crazy about this, Arendelle. When I'm looking for somebody in the dark night, when we were trying to find somebody, everybody starts firing up flashlights. Everybody starts looking, and they're trying to let their eyes adjust to the stars. One of the things sometimes we have to do is hit our knees. Start talking to your spirit guides, to God, to the mother, and start having this conversation outright. When you are down and low in the grass at night, if you get down there and look forward, but start looking up, everything becomes clearer that's taller than you. This is going to be something I would tell you that's really coming through to this. It's finding your way out of this woods and finding your way out of the darkness. Spirit is here to talk about the 7 of coins. 7 of coins. Stop trying to make something happen. You've done a lot of work, okay? It's time to sit still. Thank you, Spirit, for the message about dropping down to your knees and being calm and being quiet on this card, because that's exactly, in the real world, this is saying there are things that are coming to you, things that are going to happen for you, okay? Be calm. Wait. Listen. This is going to be very important for you. And then finally, Sierra Dell, we have the 2 of Cups. There's a relationship at stake here that may not be an actual romantic relationship, all right, but a relationship with you, your higher self, your spirit, and it could be a relationship with somebody else. It's all going to be okay. Sierra Dell, remember, things always change. Nothing stays the same. This is our wheel of fortune. Things are going to start happening for you. As bad as things may seem now, it's time to say, okay, well, I just got to wade through this. Things always change. It's what happens. We have temperance. You have to find balance. That means there are some things. I want you to sit down and write down some of these things that you're worried about. And then I want you to go next to them and put a check next to everything that is out of your control. Then I want you to line that off. Take that off the list. All you have left is anything that is within your control. Then you ask yourself, okay, what am I doing about it? Ultimately, what Spirit is saying, you're going through a change. There's going to be some changes in your life, all right? How you handle these changes is going to be the peak deal about what's going on and how your life is going to be. Ironically, this comes right on top of the Wheel of Fortune here, and we have the Blasted Tower, 16, 1 and 6. 1, new beginning. 6, victory, bring them together. 7, time to observe and look and see what's happening. These changes will be for your own good, or it's a lesson you're supposed to learn. This is very important. How you handle these changes that are going in your life is what's going to make the difference in how well you proceed through this trial. Just remember, Spirit didn't leave you. Spirit's with you always. All we have to do is stop, look up, stop, turn around, and not be afraid to speak up and say, you know what, Spirit? I've forgotten to put this in your hands. Help me see. Help me clear. Help me find clarity in what's going on, and I will listen to you and give directions and then be quiet and listen. So, Sierra and Dell, we love you. Keep us posted. If you need to get hold of me, you remember I told you how to do it. tarotwithanattitude@gmail.com. And, we'll go from there. Okay. Be glad to help. Love to hear more. I hope that helps. And I hope things, come through for you or whatnot, and we can get some things done. All right. So, Samantha, I see your question, but I have somebody that popped in and is going to go live. And on Friday nights, they kind of get precious. But Samantha, you will be next. So don't go away. Let's find out what's going on. And lo and behold, look who it is. My buddy Jill. I heard you chuckling. So my other buddy David, he's over there too, right?
Yes, of course.
Okay. All
Come
right.
say hi, honey. We were at the beach today, so
Hi,
we're
honey. How are you?
you?
So, all right, Miss Jill, it has been good. We haven't talked in a while.
No, I know. We miss you.
We missed you too. And so maybe tomorrow sometime or Sunday we can have a phone call because I had a lot going on. And you're going to be like, holy crap. Okay.
That's
so,
awesome. I hope
yeah.
it's good. It's all good, right?
Well, it didn't start that way, but it is, it all turns out that way. So, or whatnot. So what can I do for you this evening? You've already done a lot by letting me see you and your husband's smiling face.
Well, I have 2 requests actually, okay?
Okay.
My friend Ange that you met, she came to Beverly with us. Remember her?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, she came on the show once too. Her
Right.
son, Anthony, they live down below us. He's sick. He works for the city. He came home vomiting and stuff, and he can't void. So he's in the hospital right now, and he's having exploratory surgery tomorrow. She's a mess. I've sent Reiki and done everything, but I believe in prayer, and I know there's a lot of healers in the tribe and stuff. So if anyone's willing to send energy that way, that would be great.
Do we have a first name?
Anthony.
Anthony. Okay. Let's just stop what we're doing. Raphael, send your angels. You come down to Anthony. I need your healing power on him immediately, on his mother. We need him surrounded by spirit, by healing, by light. Our tribe is sending Anthony loads of love, everything. Jill, contact him because he might be feeling some weirdness right now because this is coming through very, very strong. All right. He might not know what's doing, might actually think he's getting a chill. I am demanding, Raphael, that you move on this and help this family through this fear when you don't know what's happening. It can be overwhelming. Take charge, take with it spirit. We are calling on you. Take care of this problem. Mother, take care of this problem right now. Thank you. So mote it be. All right.
Oh, it is. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't like waiting on those. Let's get that baby. Let's get the angels moving.
Amen. Amen. I sent Raphael right away. I love that you did that. And I just wanted a little message from Spirit.
A little one? Just a little one?
Just a little one. I talk to them all day, but I love when you channel it for me.
Exactly. So also, while we're talking about the off CABOT, I don't know if you saw or not. Instead of tomorrow, we had to move to August 3rd. And,
yeah, I've watched your show when I can't stay awake because I need my beauty rest. We catch it in the morning, and then you know what I've been doing the past 2 days? I put you on so the cat won't be lonely. So your videos just play, and then you guys get the view.
I have a pet sitting fee.
Yeah, we already subscribed. You'll get the payment monthly. Don't you worry, sir.
I bet the cat's going like, what?
If he ever meets you, he's going to be like, I know this guy.
Yeah. Yes, they freely cross over between the worlds and
oh yes,
all of that.
yes.
So, all right. So, Spirit, Jill is asking for a message from Spirit. All right, let's get this to her. Make sure my mind is clear. Make sure everything's open or whatnot, and that we get this going right away. So let's see what we've got. So we're gonna bring this up, and I'm going to cut the cards. And let's see what the first card. I'm going to put this card. I was told to do this. I don't know why. I'm going to put your shadow card right over here. Okay. But I was told to keep it down until we find out what's going on. All right. So we have the Queen of Wands. You know what?
Please.
The Queen of Wands. Keep that fire burning. And remember, it's okay to take care of you and him, and other people can come second. All right.
Amen.
What I'm really picking up here is if you're not careful, your independence, you'll start you want to help people so much, you will give away your spirit, and you have to be careful in taking time Y'all went to the beach today to recharge. Is this making sense?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. The Queen of Wands, you hang on to you and make sure you know what your spirit, your will is yours. And that is very strong. And other people, even when you don't want to be, you're like, okay, I'm going to do this and help them out. You need to be you. Okay. Because they need that. And some people that are in your circle, they need your no, you need to learn to do this. I will be glad to show you how. But this is that independence and understand that's how you're going to help people grow. That's what I'm picking up really, really strongly. We have the 8 of coins. There's something in this about learning, about figuring out what to do, your next step. But the devil is in the details, is what I'm getting. You know, he's not just, there's a desire, and I'm really picking up there's some desire in the real world that you have that you're wanting to move forward on or something like this. Don't be impatient. This apprenticeship, learn. Okay. But then you can do even more. It's going to pay off. 8, as you know, is about movement. It's always about movement. But the 8 of coins is about apprenticeship. But when we flip back over and look at this card, not only is it about apprenticeship, it's about teaching other people as well. And I'm really picking up that that's why you are teaching people by you being independent, standing your ground, knowing who you are. Okay. You're showing them, and you have somebody watching you that you're not even aware of that's watching you. The whole window thing just slapped me in the head. Thank you, Spirit. So the Hierophant, structure, organization, making sure you stay true to your rituals, your rites, those things that you strongly believe in that are going to keep going. Now is not the time to go off and try to rebend the rules or anything else. It's time to stay structured, especially when I see this next to the 8 of coins and that learning or teaching. Stay in the lines. Now's not a time to color outside the lines for you. We have, again, the Temperance card has popped up, and this Temperance is the 14. And I love how the 14, that 1 and that 4, and 4 is always about building a solid base, and the individual, the 1 and the new beginnings, but you bring them together, it's a 5. Sometimes when we have this 5, we have this conflict that's going on because something's out of balance. All right. And so make sure in everything that you're doing and everything you're working with, you're keeping that balance. Okay. Whether it be between you and David, you and your connection with Spirit, your practices, what you're learning, there's got to be balance. All right. Don't forget to step away and take time for yourself. Run naked in the sprinklers. David will love it. All right. It's one of those things.
You're going to bail me out.
It's one of those things where your strength your strength, other people are depending on.
I love that.
Okay.
Yeah.
They can't see you. And yes, I'll bail you out. Don't worry about it. I'll send Gillian to do it so people don't think it's freaky. It's one of those things. Okay. I love this where, a lot of times she's clamping a lion's mouth shut or whatnot. This is a very fierce wolf, and she's giving it that gentle kiss. All right. And people need your kiss, but sometimes they need to see, I'll love you. And I'm picking something up here about there might be somebody you're dealing with that you love very dearly, and you're trying to keep from losing your temper, or you're trying to keep from hitting him in the head with a spiritual 2x4, so to say, or something. But sometimes we have the Spirit for a reason. Watch. But then it's time to show that independence and go, I've told you. I've given you all the advice I can give you. You have to learn to stand on your own feet. You were given this for a reason. Okay. And that's very important. And look at what we have here. Another 8. For you to move forward, it's that control and balance and temperance between anger, emotions, all of this. Think, listen. And what I'm really being told is when you're dealing with somebody and they kind of got you rattled, you're not letting them know it.
Mhm.
but you're thinking about something in the back of your head, stop thinking while they're talking. Use that empath ability that you have,
Yeah.
and you will be able to, something's going to click where you go, oh, I get it. Doesn't mean they're right, but you'll be able to see where they're coming from to be able to attack this problem from a different angle. Is any of this making sense?
Yes, all of it,
Okay.
absolutely.
We have the death card. Okay.
Okay.
13, the one card that stands, not the one card, 11, 22, and 33 stand alone, but the 13 is one of the only other cards that stands alone in its number. And that's because of that death and rebirth. Sometimes we have to tell people I've had enough and step
Mhm.
away, okay, in order for something new to grow, either for ourselves or for them. Something
Yeah.
new is coming. You keep
Mhm.
this all going and doing the right way, minding your P's and Q's, staying in the lines, doing everything that you know to do, holding your tongue a little bit, but not always, okay? When you decide it's time to bite, bite with love, okay? But
Yep.
this is what's going to happen, okay? And
Mhm.
something new will happen for you or for this particular person you're dealing with.
Awesome.
So, does that make sense?
100%. Thank you.
Okay, good deal. Good
Hey,
deal.
did you do my shadow card?
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot all about it. That message was coming so strong. Look at what we have here. You're gonna freak. Okay, the star.
Nice. That's
Okay,
awesome. The
the
star
star.
after death. That's beautiful, Rob.
Yeah. Hope, healing. It's
Yes.
all gonna be
Yes.
okay. And don't forget, remember the temperance, and she's got 1 foot on the land, 1 foot in the water. So it's about
Mhm.
grounded emotions, things like that. But she's letting herself pour out. But we always have to remember, like I was telling someone right before you, we have to look up. All right.
Mhm.
When it gets disgusted, a lot of times we start doing this and we're looking down. We're not seeing everything. We have to remember, wait a minute, I've got a power stronger than anything on this planet in my connection with spirit.
Yeah.
I don't need to do this. Sometimes I need to turn it over to spirit and let spirit deal with it. Okay.
Yes.
And that's very important. So there's your shadow card in all of this, is to remember in any of this you're dealing with and some things you're going through, there's hope. Look up for direction.
Awesome. Bangarang, Rob.
Bangarang,
Bangarang.
bangarang, bangarang. I'm glad you
Another.
remembered that because I just got into the pulling whatever was coming and forgot I was even told to do it. So there you go. All right.
Well, that was awesome. I appreciate it. I appreciate you and the tribe and Gillian, and I will talk to you soon, sir. Thank
Talk
you.
to you soon. I will give you a buzz over the weekend, you and your lovely husband, and we'll touch bases and I can fill you in on some of the stuff that's going on and things that are happening.
I'm
Okay.
looking forward to that. Thank you so much.
All right. And get ready to get your cards out. I want to have you back on.
Oh,
Okay.
yes. I'm game. Love
All
it.
right. Good deal. You have a good
Bye-bye.
evening. All
You
right.
too.
All right.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye now.
Bye. Close.
All right. There we go. Okay. Wow. Bangarang. Jill's awesome. Her husband's awesome. They're just, man, I'm surrounded by so many great people. Cynthia, Donna, all of you in the tribe. You know, it's just amazing. And I love that you people are here. So now, as I promised, Samantha, you're up now. How can I heal myself or so you can love someone else? Thank you. You know what? That's the key. Loving yourself. That you're right there. So let's take a look and find out what's going on. We're going to put some cards out. You know, spirit, Samantha is asking the right question. How can she heal? What does she need to do to be able to heal so she can love someone else? I'm like tasting bitterness, complete pain, lack of trust. Somebody violated the trust, and it's so bad. Um, I feel like anger is coming in on this so powerfully. And you know what? Anger's there for a reason. We're meant to feel it, okay, but we can't live in it. All right. There comes a point where our anger, we're putting more energy into negativity with somebody, and they're not even thinking about us anymore. Think about that. While you're putting thoughts and negative energy out, or bringing it in and stewing about a past relationship or stewing about a past trauma, most of the times those people aren't even giving you or I another thought. Okay. So therefore it becomes, and if you're not careful, we become our own self-fulfilling prophecy. Believe it or not, actually in psychology and in counseling, we discuss with people on a scientific level, it's acknowledged as a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's one of those things like hypochondriac. I'm always sick. I'm always sick. I'm always sick. I'm always sick. Then when they get sick, they're like, why am I sick? Well, you know what? Because you kept telling your brain you're sick. So where are you spending your time? This is all just flooding in. So make sure where are your time? What are you doing to break these chains of thought? And that's going to be huge. So now let's pull some cards. All right. Thank you, Spirit. Because here's one of the things we want you to know. And I say we, Spirit, me, my wife, the tribe. We have all been there. Okay. So we don't want to make light of this because that feeling of hurt, of I'll never love anybody again, I'll never trust anybody again, any of that stuff, it's bitter, it's hard, it takes some time. So let's see what's going on. Let's find out. Spirit, Samantha is asking for what she needs to do to be able to heal from whatever has happened in the past. So here we go. The first card right out of the gate, the Emperor. Now then, like, Rob, that's a weird card. Absolutely not. Okay. Get in control. Get that masculine spirit of your own life. You set your boundaries. A good emperor knows his enemies, knows what happens, but an emperor is strong in laying down the law. And sometimes you got to lay down the law to ourselves. That you have to start establishing a good base, all right, with my value, your worth, any of that, okay? And saying, I'm not going to allow this thought process to continue. Literally speak out loud and change your thought process using affirmations, using different things that go through. You've heard me talk about my 20-minute challenge, okay? But speak your truth, your power out loud. This is not controlling my life. I am in control of my life, and I have a lot to give, and I deserve to be in a solid relationship. So this is talking about taking responsibility for yourself and making some changes within your life. We have the Two of Coins, juggling things. Well, you keep scorekeeping, okay? Stop the juggling. Stop. Notice how we have Two of Coins, all the earth, but we have all the ships floating in a canister of water. What do you think about that? The emotions are here, and we keep running through emotional things rather than realizing we have solid ground under our feet. Stop doing this juggling act and go back here and start when these things start to run through your mind. Take control and change your life. There's a movie. I never did this with any of my clients or patients, but at one point, I believe it's a Sandra Bullock movie where they were in addictions. Surprising enough that I watched it. All right. And one of the things they tell them, somebody said, when can I go back into a relationship? And the answer was, once you get a plant and you keep that plant alive for a year, you have to tend to it. You have to work it. Now, there was nothing spiritual about this, but the thought process behind it, if you think about it, is you have to start tending to other things. You can't let your mind be idle. How do you tend to this? Once you get this, you grow, it's flourished. You're putting your care into something besides what's up here. Okay? Use that. Start doing that and find a hobby, build some things. This is what's happening, but stop this frantic, this thought, that thought, this thought, that thought. All right? Is that making sense for you? I hope so. You don't have to answer it, but this is what we're seeing. Finally, look here. We go from the Emperor to the Queen of Swords. Sweetie, this absolutely confirms. Spirit is saying what I'm saying is true. You have to be the queen. You have to rise above this situation. Move slow. Look at the things around you and mentally start saying, I have this to be thankful for. I have that to be thankful for. Look, I can plant things. I can do things. I can ride tall. I can ride pride. Everybody gets hurt. Okay. It's how we deal with it. That's been a subject tonight. If you think about it, we had someone that had the tower and things like this. And these are things that you need to understand. This queen is here saying, take care of yourself mentally. You've got to get control of your mental faculties so you can build and make a stand like you ought to. We have the three of coins. What are you building? How solid is your foundation? What are you doing to change this? What are you actively doing to change the structure of your life? And these are some things you could do. Affirmations, getting up. When you realize you don't create thoughts, it's become habit. And these anxious thoughts and different things come flooding in because we're not in control of our own mind a lot of times. And that's where you're at. Once you realize they're there is when you have to go, stop. We're not doing this. Sing a song out loud. Sing it proud. Sing happy birthday to me. Act a fool. I told Jill, run through the sprinklers. Okay. Do something, but you're saying this will not continue. I have to build something new. And that's an action that's required on your part. You know what? 10 of Wands. All right. Don't shoot the messenger. Let that shit go. Okay. There are things that you're carrying with you that no longer serve you. And you're trying to reach your goal of finding a good relationship, loving again, trusting again, having that agape feeling, that one-on-one connection that other people have. And you deserve that. But you can't keep dragging this old stuff around. The 10 is here to say it's time for something to change. It's time for the cycle to end. But for it to end, you got to let some things go. You got to put it down. And this is not just mentally, this is spiritually. Get back, pull up some old songs that you would sing about, whether you're into Christian songs, gospel songs, whatnot, but songs that make you happy, that talk about amazing grace, different songs, whether you're spiritual or not. Find some of the good old songs that when you sing them, they lift you up and they help you start to drop things. But don't sing them in your head. Sing them out loud. Okay. And that's just amazing. Okay. Fine. Look at what you have right with Jill, the Queen of Wands. As long as you are tiling this over and holding on to all this negative thought, you can never be independent. You can never find the sun in your life. You have to claim it. You have to do it. And that is how you're going to heal yourself. Okay. Don't forget, every day, 2-3 times a day, Spirit's there. Spirit, I need this healing to keep coming. Give me a song. Give me an affirmation. All right. And what you'll see is slowly, one of the things we used to tell people, and I know AA had a thing, I think it was like in the 12th step or something, about anybody that you're holding something against. And I'm not saying you are, but there's a situation here that you're not able to let go of. Every morning, every night, whether you hit your knees and pray to God, to your higher conscious, to the all, to Spirit, you start saying, I need this to be released. I need this to, you have to do that every day and every night for 2 weeks. And what you will find at the end of the 2 weeks, when you're making this prayer, you actually mean it. Okay. That's very, very important. So I hope that helps. Let us know. Keep me posted. We'll find out. Again, we'll be back tomorrow. Try that tonight when you go to bed. All right. And make sure that you're saying, okay, I'm going to turn TV off. What are you watching? I'm going to put something happy on. I am going to sing. I am going to get in the shower. Okay. And wash the negativity off. Folks, remember, we've done this before. I think we need to do it again right here and now, you know, and this is amazing. Everybody, you're not going to be able to see me completely. Arms out to your side, okay? You do what I do, but my arms are going to be here so you can see it. I want you to stand up, get grounded, all right? And tell spirit, negativity, it's time to go. And just keep shaking it and say a positive affirmation. Negativity will not be a part of my life at this point. Negativity has no place in me, in my healing. I will be free, and feel the vibrations run through your body and make sure you understand that you're releasing the negativity out into the universe. I strongly suggest in the evening, okay, that you get outside, do it outside so it can be released and go. Ask the mother, ask the father to take it and remove it away from you, okay, and move forward. All right, let's see how that works, okay? Thank you very much. That's just, God love you. Again, we've all been there, so nobody's making fun of you, I promise. All right. Carrie Ann Medina, how does in feel towards me currently? Carrie, not going to tell you. I don't read people third party. It's like eavesdropping or wiretapping, okay? What I would ask you is, why have you not asked him? That's what we're supposed to do. Tarot and attitude, remember, so don't get pissed, because everybody will tell you, I've said this before, people love you, things like this, and I don't want to hurt you, okay? But the question is, what's going on? What do you need to know about being in a relationship within? So let's ask, what does Carrie need to know about being in a relationship within? If he's not telling you, are you asking? What are you putting forth? Where are we at? You know, what a lot of people are looking for is a cheat code, because we don't want to date. We don't want to put ourselves on the line. And that's part of where people have gone wrong. That's one of the things I hate about the internet. I can lie. I can put anything. I can say anything. We can go meet and try this. Guess what? We're supposed to meet people and date them. Didn't say take them to bed right away. Date them. Get to know them. Find out who they are. Okay? And then this is where communication builds up. So what does Carrie need to know about being in a relationship within? So that's the way I'm going to ask the question. I just don't do third party, because I don't think it's right. There are readers out there, and you're more than welcome to go find them that will, but my ethics won't let me do that. I don't think it's right. Okay. So here we go. What does Carrie need to know about being in a relationship within? 9 of coins. You can manifest this, that this is something real. There is something good that's going on, but you're going to have to take some action, take some steps. Remember, in may be as afraid of you on this question as you are of them. And I have seen people lose relationships because both parties were afraid and they missed something. Be that person, step up. You may see a different person once you take the action and you say, I'm going to manifest something with this person. You know, we've got here the Hierophant. All right, whenever I'm talking relationships and this comes up, the first question I'm going to ask you is, and don't answer it here, I want you to answer it to yourself. Is there a third party involved? Is there somebody else? Are we following the rules? Okay? Your moral rules, your ethical rules, things like this. Don't do something that is outside of what we should normally be taught in doing right and wrong. This is very important for you in this relationship, or as you're starting to build this relationship. You know what? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. All right, is what I'm getting here massively. You know what? Don't kill yourself. I see a lot of people trying to force a relationship. You know what? Talk to them, communicate with them. But once you've communicated how you feel, and once you know you have set down what's going on and you've determined what you're going to do, put it out there plainly, but then don't be pushy. Don't stalk. Don't keep trying, because then it's going to become emotional, and read things for what they are. I am seeing this Ace of Cups. You might need to find something new. There might need to be new emotions coming forward for both of you or for you. I'm really getting follow the rules. Don't be pushy. Here, 6 of coins. You may need some help. All right. He may be one of these people that's been rode hard and put up wet himself. So he might be a little untrusting. Reach out. Notice, don't give him the whole thing. All right. But you can reach out and be kind and be friendly and find out what's going on. That's what's going on. And then we have the King of Coins. One of the things that just hit me with this, I really feel there's a father figure playing a huge role in his life, or maybe your life, that we're dealing with from the past. So this is in the real world. You or him, somebody's going to have to step up, okay, and take an action. If you step up and you say, hey, I like you, where are we going from here? And he doesn't move forward, then you have to realize you've done your part and move on. Let the past be the past. That's what I'm seeing. This has got possibilities, but there's some things there you need to address, and some things need to be worked on. All right? Let me know. All right? Wow. Bangarang. Okay. Very nice. I love relationship deals. I do. I really do. But I don't want, now, if he was on or whatnot and gave me permission to do a reading, I would do a reading for both of you. All right? But he's not. And I don't think it's fair, just like it wouldn't be fair if he came on the show and said, hey, I need to know what Carrie Ann thinks about me. Because here's the thing. His thought process might be one thing now. If somebody tells you, here it is, and their thoughts to you create an action that you wouldn't normally take, all right, because they told you in feels a certain way, you could shift the whole boundary of this thing. It's energy. Be you, but don't be afraid, okay? We need to meet people, all right? So that's really cool. All right, good deal, good deal. Bangarang, glad you're here, Carrie. Everybody, make sure you do me a favor. You reach out, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and share. Just share it on your Facebook post or anything that you can do like that to help us. We're getting bigger. We're moving on, and all this is going to be great. Miss Donna, I love you, Miss Donna. Welcome and happy Friday night. Tribe, I received a check for over $800 from my insurance company today. Manifesting, baby. You aren't kidding. And right now, we're going to do it again. Father, Michael, Mother, Spirit, we give praise and we say thank you for Donna being able to use the resources that you have put out, the way that you have led it. She has followed your word, your path, and has manifested some great and awesome things. We give you credit. We give you thanks. We give Donna credit. But most all, we just want to say something wonderful happened. Thank you. And acknowledge our gratitude for it. I'm sending much wonderful energy. Donna, just look at the sky, throw your hands up and say, thank you. I believe in you and I believe in me. That's all you need to do. So mote it be. That is amazing. Woo! This is good. Let's see what's going on. All right, seriously. No, seriously, 822. I like you guys. Where do we go from here? I feel like maybe I found my tribe. You know what? There are 2 Tarot with an Attitude pages. One is a group. You can go there. It hasn't been that active, but my Tarot with an Attitude, the page, you can find it there, and it has my circle, my emblem, Tarot with an Attitude that you see on there. And then that's the biggest thing. I always post there. You will find me under Rob Lee. and you will see my face, when you search for a friend. Shoot me a request or whatnot, and that's what we do. We go from here. We're trying to build this. We're trying to build the community. And, seriously, we already think of you as part of the tribe. It's one of those things. So just be there. That way you get the notifications. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the little bell. So when we post things, they come out and those things come alive. Okay. You get notifications. Sometimes, I don't know why, but when I go live, which I do most of the time, all right, I'm being told the notifications don't come through. Okay. But once we go live, they come through. So just be there and know, seriously, we love to have you. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 p.m. I'm always doing something on those 3 days. Now, for those of y'all that came in late, tomorrow morning, we're doing a surprise. All right. Tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, I'm going to be back on 11 a.m. Eastern with Bridget from Eyes of the Dragonfly. Y'all know Miss Bridget, Mr. Bruce, Miss Bridget. And we're going to be doing readings for people together. One of the thoughts I had about doing these readings tomorrow is, remember, July. It's the 27th. Tomorrow's the 28th. That's the 20, only 2 days, and we can find out. Come in. Let's find out how July, or what you need to look at for July, those type of things. But that's how we do it. And I'm trying to perfect this. I was looking at how to build a community on YouTube or whatnot, and I think that's where we need to go, and I might need some help. But that's it. All right. And we'll see. The next thing I need to do is build a mailing list. That's on me. So just know those 3 dates. Tomorrow we'll be here. Come in. Get me on Rob Lee. Get me on Tarot with an Attitude, the blue little circle emblem or whatnot. And because I'm always posting everything there or whatnot. If you have a question, just hit me at tarotwithanAttitude@gmail.com. All right. There are lots of things going on. Love to have it. We're getting this. We're growing. Things are growing really big now. So I have to get some of this set up. But thank you for the question. It's a great question, and welcome. Bang, all right. That's awesome. Donna, join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Seriously, absolutely. That's it. Monday, Wednesday, Friday right now. And again, we are going to be live tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'm going to do that. And y'all, I'm trying to push these two ladies to do a ladies' night once a month. I know y'all enjoyed it while I was gone and out of pocket. So I'm pushing a little bit. So let's see what happens. Gillian's like getting angry. Okay. Not really. But, they do great jobs. Their readings are great. When the three of us read together, Gillian and I used to do a reading on a Saturday show where we read together. And maybe that's where we need to start. Right, babe? Look at me. Nod your head. I can see you down there. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yep. All right. Yeah, this is called, am I gaslighting her? I don't think so. Okay. I'm just saying this is what we're going to do. So start planning Saturday mornings. And what did we call that show? I can't remember. I do not remember. The Magical Unknown or something like that. We had a good time. That was it. The Magical Unknown. And we would actually come on the same camera, sit here side by side and do readings together. And that was a ball. We had a blast. It was great. We answered questions about tarot and things like that. So that's what we do. All right. Seriously, great. We need a love button. You know what? That's coming. I'm almost there. One of those things where you can, it's something that YouTube, I've got to build on YouTube, and I'm trying to figure out how to do it. I think we're almost there, though, because I got a message from them the other day. So we're there. But thank you very, very much. Cleve, good to see you. To be honest, I stumbled on you randomly, heard Reverend Rob saying something very kind to one of his followers, and, well, stuck around. Seriously. You know what? Seriously. Okay. That's what we're about. We are about people finding their magic. All I want is for people to be happy, to find their wings and fly. When you're going through a problem, to realize there are other ways to think about things. I'm here to educate, but the education is just what we see, what we hear, what we know. If you have questions about religion, about tarot, about different things, my minor was world religions. things like that. I grew up as a son of a Baptist preacher. Very much about this stuff I can't answer and tell you how it fits in the Bible. There are different things that we can do and talk about, but it's just an open discussion. It's a safe place. All right. And that's what we're here for, because I firmly believe Bangarang. You see Toys and Tarot down there. He actually gave me where Bangarang came from, and we're going to end here. Where Bangarang came from was the movie Hook. Watch the movie Hook. But I want you to watch it and look at all the spiritual messages that are contained therein. And Toys and Tarot gave me some of the Lost Boys. Peter Pan grew up, forgot who he was. Sound familiar to everybody out there? Lost his magic, forgot how to fly, got hooked up in the real world. And his Hook comes back, kidnaps his children, and he has to learn to find his magic and to fly again. All right. In that, they're doing things, they're throwing barbs out at each other. And when somebody did a good one back, bangarang. And I'm like, you know what? That falls suit with what we do. What we do, what we put out, where our mind goes, that's what we bring back to us. Okay. It's one of those things. So that's the whole goal. We call ourselves the Barefoot Bangarang Tribe. Get grounded, get your feet in the dirt. If you're in an apartment, get your feet in the carpet, but just take a moment and feel the concrete underneath your feet running deep into the earth and all that stuff. Get grounded. Say your prayers. Talk out loud. It don't have to be anything graceful. Just speak. Spirit wants a relationship with you. Once you do this and you start finding your magic again, remember when we thought magic was real and adults told us it wasn't? All right. Magic is real. We can do magic. Magic is just, the universe is there. It's given us everything we need. It's up to us to claim it. Find your magic. You can reclaim your wings and you can fly. That's exactly what Tarot with an Attitude was founded on. So, bangarang, everybody. And with all that being said, take what you want, leave what you don't. Thank you all for everything that you do for the show. Pass the word. Let the truth be known. All right. And in the end, take what you want, leave what you don't, but just leave having experienced some kind of peace, love, and light. Bangarang.